Hello and welcome back to the Football Zone and to the first weekend review of the season. And there were some absolute thrillers in there, so let's get straight into it. Starting off with Fulham v Arsenal, the opening game of the Premier League season at Craven Cottage on Saturday lunchtime, and it finished Fulham 0, Arsenal 3. And what an impact Willian made. Alexander Lacazette opened the scoring, another new signing, Gabriel in the 49th minute and Aubameyang in the 57th minute, sealing off a comfortable win for Arsenal. Willian and Gabriel outstanding new signings. Fulham don't look ready, but Arsenal could be real threats this season. The 3 o'clock game in the Premier League on Saturday was Crystal Palace 1, Southampton 0. Fairly quiet game. The only goals came early on through Wilfried Zaha, and there not really much between the two teams. Crystal Palace got a narrow win. It was a great start for them. After an absolute thriller at Anfield, Liverpool 4, Leeds 3. What a game. Mo Salah opened the scoring early on in the 4th minute and you thought it would be an easy win. But no, Jack Harrison scored before Virgil van Dijk scored again. No, only for Patrick Bamford to equalise. Then surely it was over when Salah scored. No, Klitsch equalised and it took a late penalty from Mo Salah to seal Liverpool a 4-3 win. What a performance from Leeds. I don't know if we should be worried about Liverpool this season or Leeds were just outstanding. We'll see in the upcoming games. The final game on Saturday was West Ham 0, Newcastle 2. Callum Wilson opened the scoring for his new club before another new signing, Jeff Hendrick, sealed a comfortable win for Newcastle. They look impressive, but West Ham, what a state they're in. Players speaking out against them, I really do worry for them this year. It could be a long struggle for them. The first game on Sunday was West Brom 0, Leicester 3. The new signing Timothy Castagna opened the scoring before 2 from Jamie Vardy from the penalty spot, sealed a comfortable win. Leicester looked good and could challenge for a top 4 this season. West Brom, they looked awful, and you'd be a brave man to have them above the relegation zone as it stands. The final game on Sunday, and what a shock this was, Everton, who looks outstanding, played off the park by Tottenham, who lost 1-0 in a game where Jose Mourinho called his side lazy. Richarlison missed a sitter early on before a second-half goal from Dominic Calvert-Lewin sealed the win. I was really shocked by this. What a signing James Rodriguez looks, I might add. Bramall Lane, it finished Sheffield United 0, Wolves 2. 2 early goals, really, undoing Sheffield United here from Raul Jimenez and Saiz. Except for that, it's a pretty even game. Wolves didn't get much in. Sheffield United improved, but I would be a bit concerned about Sheffield United this season. Maybe second season syndrome will kick in. As for Wolves, they look great, and I'm expecting them to do well this year with no European football. At the Amex, it finished Brighton 1, Chelsea 3. Jorginho put Chelsea in front with a cool penalty to score before Trossard equalised for Brighton for an absolute screamer from Reece James, put Chelsea ahead 2 minutes later, and Kurt Zouma rounded it off. Quiet debut for Kai Havertz and Timo Werner, but both were promising. I think they'll do well this season. The game to kick the EFL off was Watford v Middlesbrough on Friday night. But if you look at the two sides, you would have thought Watford would have won comfortably, especially considering Neil Warnock's frustration recently. And in the 11th minute, it did look quite comfortable. However, ever since then, they were kept out and only finished 1-0 to Watford. But they look good, and I definitely expect them to be up there this season. Not expecting this result at St Andrews. Birmingham 1, Brentford 0. Brentford without David Raya and Saeed Benrahma. Having already lost Ollie Watkins, it looks a bit turgid for them. But Birmingham, a first half goal from Jeremy Bella, and Brentford just didn't have anything to get back into them. I was surprised by this, but a great win for Birmingham. They've made a few good signings. They've got a great manager in Aitor Karanka. Last of 2 newly promoted teams, it was Wycombe and Rotherham. It looked like it was a fairly even game. No team wanted to lose on their debut back, and it looked like it was going to be a boring 0-0 until the 92nd minute, Rotherham got a late winner to break Wycombe's heart and seal a crucial win for them. Not the highest quality game. I think both teams will be struggling this year. Another game between 2 teams who I'm expecting to struggle this year, Barnsley and Luton. Another fairly poor quality game before Luton got a second half winner from James Collins to give them the win, in which could be a crucial result in the battle to stay in the Championship this year. Vitality, it was two teams who are expected to have decent seasons, having a bit of a thriller here. Bournemouth 3, Blackburn 2. Jack Stacey with a goal for Bournemouth, and Jefferson Lerner and some bloke who I'm not even going to bother pronouncing, and goals from Bradley Johnson and Adam Armstrong. This is a high quality game, and I'm definitely excited to see what these two teams can do this year. Two great managers, so yeah. Start at Ashton Gate, Bristol City 2, Coventry 1. Bristol City got off a flying start to the season in the first minute with a goal from Jamie Patterson, before Coventry pulled one back in the first half. However, a great header from Thomas Callas won the game from Bristol City, who pretty much dominated the game, but great to see Coventry so much fight, but it just wasn't quite enough for them. At Cardiff, it was a bit of a shock in my opinion. Cardiff 0, Sheffield Wednesday 2. Windass and Rhodes with the goals in the first half to seal a shock win. Big for Sheffield Wednesday. They need to pick up the points early on to have any chance of surviving. But Cardiff, I thought they'd split the game where they would be easily winning, especially with their playoff aspirations this year, if not even promotion aspirations. Also a game with another shock. Derby 0, Reading 2. Great start for Vlatko Parnovic. Goals from Lucas João and Ovi Jaria just before half time sealed the win for the Royals. And yeah, I wasn't expecting this. I thought maybe they'd get off to a slow start with the manager coming in so late. But Derby didn't have Tom Lawrence and Wayne Rooney for most of the game, so that could explain it. And they definitely need to get a few incomings through the door. At Huddersfield, it finished Huddersfield 0, Norwich 1. I was expecting a bigger winning margin for Norwich here. Huddersfield's squad looked woeful, I won't be honest, and I think they could struggle this year. Norwich, I had them finishing top, but they only got a late goal. But a win's a win, I suppose, and it's important to get early points on the board. Gary Rowett derby between Millwall and Stoke, it finished 0-0. Bit of a ball draw here. Not too much quality on display. I was expecting a bit more from both teams, to be honest. But there we go, maybe just easing their way into the season, because I think they could both have solid seasons. In Preston and Swansea, it finished Preston 0, Swansea 1. Big win for Swansea. Gibbs White with the winner in the 53rd minute. Two teams who I expect to be up there, but Swansea look so good, and I definitely expected them to be challenging this year. Preston, not too great, but I still think they'll do alright this season. Finally, QPR 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Another game where I was not expecting QPR to win, but Lyndon Dykes scored the first goal in the 54th minute from the penalty spot before Elias Chair in the 94th minute sealed the win. Forest need to be careful because after the traumatic end to last season, they need to be careful they don't start badly this year and ruin this season as well as last year. And QPR, I was not expecting this with Eze, but if they can build on this, then who knows, they could have a decent season despite where I predicted them. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Don't know your thoughts in the comments down below. Remember to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily football news, and subscribe to my other channels on the screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.